Sino yung ano mo dito? Singer.
Sino ba ka?
Sample nga. Singer ka? Okay. Artist. Okay. Dancer. Yung may praise. Okay. Kaya sa kaya. Okay. Give me your paper.
Kala namin sa punuan.
Okay, so next meeting class, can you bring 1A? Yes, let's do by 2 pictures. So later after discussion class, we will have we will have a quiz. Okay. So keep the upper half of this because you will need that. And I expect your active participation in question. In this subject or course, you need to talk. As much as possible, share your insights. Okay. So say it right. It's our first discussion for CCD. Okay. And the objectives of this discussion is to have an overview, okay, of the process of color interaction. Okay, this is just an overview. This is not yet a discussion of what's inside in the checklist that we have. That will be touched, okay, but this is just an overview. And also we will discuss for this first day of meeting, ano yung first sa checklist natin. You still remember the checklist? What's the first one? Okay, so first meeting, opening spiel, no piece of cake, right? So that will be you will have a time to do your opening spiel later. So yes, have an overview of the process of the color interaction. Define the right methodologies. Okay, so we have 5 right methodologies that we'll be discussing, and confidently apply the right methodology to achieve the CSAT target. So what is CSAT? So what's the opposite of CSAT? How did you know? Sino yung may ano dito? May bigger experience again? Okay, but okay. And we have in BPO class, we have a lot of jargons, right?
Yes.
So AHT, CSAT, PSAT, UA, PL, OM, CR7. Do you also have the CR7 in your CR7, we call that the customer is in for 7 days. So once you touch base, when you have interaction with customer, the goal is to not make them fall again within 7 days back. So if you fail that, you will not have many incentives. Oh, yeah, something like that. What we call this CR7. And for example, you receive a call. Pag tawag sila pinagpasan, that will be paid on your part. Yes. So CR7. There's a lot of jargon. Weird class. Kasi yung word na jargon din siya, di ba? Hindi ba na-realize? Yung word na jargon din siya. It's not a layman's term. Yes, sir. It's ironic. So, and when you say layman's term, it's not also a layman's term. Diba? Weird. So it's like saying, if you accuse someone of jumping into conclusion, you are actually the one who's jumping into conclusion. Right? So yeah, those are the 5 right methodologies. Right focus, right questions, right time, right emotion, and right resolution. We'll be talking what's inside the right focus, the right questions, right time, right emotion, and right resolution. Alright, focus. Okay. Actively listening to customers' concern. As I mentioned before, it's more difficult to listen than to talk. Okay? Because there's a lot of factors that might distract you from listening carefully. And also, it is very important to nurture or to practice your listening skills. Diba? Kasi, 2 ears, 1 mouth. Okay, so we need to listen more than to talk. And if we are talking, we are only repeating what we know. But if we practice to listen, we might add a knowledge, might receive knowledge from others. So actively listening to a customer's concern, so that's very important when we are handling calls. There's a lot of distraction, especially pag mga katabi mo teammates mo, di ba, magugulo yun. Yung isa makain ng pancit canton, umiinom ng Lucky Me, na nag-make up, nag-chichismisan, lahat ng factor na nakapalibot, palakad-lakad. So all of those factors might distract you from active listening. Minsan, nagtitikan ako, sinakausap ko, anong lunch mo? Sumunod ka lang sa mini-stop. Sige, tayo. Sunod ako. Tapos may call pala, di nakamute. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my team leader. So, yeah, that happens. Then, identifying the emotional and technical needs. So, from onset of the call, you already have an idea what might that be, okay? If that is, you need to acknowledge their emotional or technical needs, and sometimes a combination of both. You know, if it's, you need to gauge every call what is needed. And next, understanding the underlying emotion, attentively acquiring key details, password verification. We also have the DPA. We have the DPA, another jargon, DPA. What's DPA? Data Protection Act. Now, onset of the call, if they are DPA verified, yes or no lang yan, yes or no. If you explore the account without being DPA verified, that is a terminable offense. Imagine that someone calling and get verified for Data Protection Act, you provided the information in the account. So pag na-notice ng delay yun, yes, probably suspension for 1 month or wala nang suspension, termination tawag ito. Yung mga, parang ano lang yan, di ba, sa Jollibee? So yung mga ex-crew dito, pag hindi ka nag-offer ng fish may gupay, tapos natali na yung mystery shopper, last day mo na yan. Kaya kahit lang for compliance purposes, na, sir, baka gusto nyo tayo fish may gupay. Hindi. Okay. Okay na yan. Basta nasabi niya. Okay? So, mag-comply na naman. Pero pag ano, nagsabi kayo, pag nag-oo kayo, hindi, mas okay yun. Next is yon, password verification. It's easy. Concept of the call naman, pagka rin yan, nakagay sa EPA pass, yes or no. May password siya na account. If pass, then proceed. But sometimes you have listening issue. You're not sure if you already asked the DPA or Data Protection Act, and then you proceed to the account. Because you are, parang nahihiya ka na magtanong sa kanila. Sabi ko, kasi ayaw mo paulit-ulit. Diba? So, pag hindi ka sure, tanongin mo na lang kahit it's embarrassing on their phone or if it will be on you because you didn't listen the first time. So, mabuti na yung magkamali ka sa magtanong ka ulit. So, yun nga. Best practices, it should not happen. Pero, mas okay naman kaysa ma-terminate ka. Next is the right questions. Asking appropriate questions. Okay? That's focusing on the account. Effective probing. Again, what's the other term for effective probing? The letter F. Technique. F. The F starts with the letter F. Nakikita ito sa kusina. Funneling technique. Okay? So, embudo. From very general to specific. So, deductive method yan, deductive. Deduct, hanggang filter mo yung pinakasagot. Parang Sherlock Holmes, nakasulit tayo ko na. Pagpasok na ng room, ng crime scene, okay? That's a very specific, and you need to deduct, follow, probe, so that you can be able to extract the answer. Then, eliminating unnecessary information. Right, after interaction with your customer, 100% sure there is already a note, right? Are you guys checking note? Mga account ng mga customer. May note ba sila na nakikita ng previous agent? Note of the previous agent, right? Yes, documentation. You can access that. Okay? So that it's already a known issue, they called an hour ago, and exactly the same concern, so you will not ask again. Okay? So, avoid asking unnecessary information that is already given there, and the customer will already themselves, and it will be annoying to them, they will start to become irate, then it will be escalated to a soup call. So unnecessary information is annoying, right? Once you ask them questions, then they will answer it again. It's very annoying. So always you check notes. Then may mga agent test, mga baguhan. Nahihirapan sila mag-navigate. Hindi nga alam kung paano pumunta sa mga notes. O kung alam pa lang, first month, 2 months. Imagine that nag-handle ka ng account, hindi mo alam kung saan nahanapin yung previous note ng agent. Yun, that is one of the struggle also. Kasi navigation into the account is considered as, is it a soft or a hard skills? Yes, hard skills. The navigation, the resolution, mga technical concerns, so that's hard skills. If you are having a hard time navigating, kahit yung communication skills is very well, then you will not survive in the world. Mga experts sa navigation, yung mga floor support, mga nagtitake na namin support. Kasi once you are in a team, it's possible that you are not taking calls already, but support ka na lang. Sarap. Hindi ka na nagtitake ng calls, support ka na lang. Expert ka sa navigation. So hard skills, expert ka sa navigation. Alam mo saan hanapin, alam yung mga updates, alam yung mga known issue, alam yung mga policy, different state, different policy. Pag expert ka sa gano'n, pwede ka hindi mag-take ng calls. Ikaw na lang yung mag-assist sa buong team. Next is here, asking the right questions. It's very important to ask, to juggle. If it's a closed-ended question or an open-ended question, hindi mapapag mo sa kausap mo. Okay? So, give me an example of a closed-ended question. So, what is a closed-ended question? answerable with yes or no, or there is only one particular answer to that. Okay? So, is there a blinking red light in your router right now? O, that's a close-ended question. Hindi mo pwedeng sagutin ng customer mo yan. Maybe. Diba yung router, may blinking red light, then yung sagot mo maybe. Yun, mga susuko kami mga panahon na yun. Magpapadeliver ka na ng wheelchair. Nangyayari talaga yun. Pag mga tanong mo na gano'n, tapos gano'n sumagot yung mga customer mo, nakakulinik na yun. And now, if you are going to convert that into an open-ended question, so you can ask, so let's say you want to know what's happening in your router. If you want to convert that into an open-ended question, so how do you rephrase that? Do you see there a blinking red light in your computer or on your router? So how do you ask that and make it an open-ended question? Anyone?
Is there any?
Is there any? What? Close-ended pa rin yun. Open. We make it an open-ended question.
Teka, di ba, sir? Parang ano yung nakikita?
English?
Hindi ko kahit translator.
Yes.
Tell me more about your concern on your router.
Yun! Tama. Tell me more about your... What are you seeing right now in your router? Describe to me what's happening in your router. Yan. So, i-juggle mo yan. Close-ended question, open-ended question. If you are talking to a granny, then you ask them an open-ended question. That call will not stop. Diba? Nakikwento niya pa ako sa nag-propose yung kasama niya. After World War II, yeah, that happens. And yung nakapunta ka na ba sa US, yung mga granny. That's why it's important to juggle. So what will be affected if that happens? If you ask the wrong question? What particular metrics? AHT, correct. So yun yung mga metrics natin, diba? CR7, AHT, CSAT, VSAT, FCR. FCR is the first call resolution. FCR, CR7. Yung CR7, ano na, ancient na yun. Napalitan na siya ng FCR, first call resolution. And plus, the ratio for this CSAT is, what's the ratio for CSAT? Okay guys, what's your target? Ilang percent?
Hindi ko sure po eh, nakabase kasi kami sa parang feedback.
Mga ilan yung ratio? So pag nakaisang VSAT ka, ilang CSAT mo kailangan para makabakot ka?
Hindi ko na, kasi hindi ko na-try.
Hindi ka masyadong strict doon, kasi kami, doon talaga kami nakabase sa HMD. HMD survey. We call the HMD survey as housemate, or also known as housemate driving. Para variable lang yung term na lang, placeholder term lang yung HMD. Housemate driving meaning. Ibig sabihin, right after the call, your customer will receive a survey. Okay? Then it's either just yes or no. Are you satisfied with this agent's service? Pag yes, yun. CSAT yun. Pag no, CSAT yun. And ang target is always 90% CSAT. Just imagine that. Pag naka-isang CSAT ka sa isang araw, kailangan target mo is mga 11 para makapasa. Or 10, 11 para may lubid na CSAT. And not all customers are providing feedback. So pag nagka-worst case scenario sa isang araw, magkaroon ka ng CSAT. Kasi maraming apektado. Apektado yung incentives mo for that drop-off. Okay? Nagkaroon ka ng CSAT, wala ka ng incentive. So, malaki rin yun. And that's why, in one day naman test, pag nasa real world on average, from my experience, generally sa lahat ng mga sa isang araw, mga 30, 50. Yes, 30 to 50. Pero pag tech support kayo, ano lang, mga 10 to 20, kasi matatagal yun. Pero pag mga customer service and billing, yun, 30 to 50. I experienced before, queuing talaga, in one shift, naka 7 people ako. Grabe, gumagapang talaga kami. Sunod-sunod, pag-drop ko pa lang, opening speed agad. Pag-drop ko pa lang, tapos na yung call, opening speed agad. Naka 70 talaga ako. makatulala na ako. Yung pag-uwi mo ng bahay, makatulala ka ng mga 17 minutes. Kasi hindi mo alam kung ano unahin mo, pagod, gutom, antok. Hindi mo talaga alam, makatulala ka na lang. Gutom na gutom ka pero wala kang energy kumain. So, ganun yung mga struggle. Kasi dito ako sa Ortigas, sa may Chantitas, grabe talaga yung experience. Alam mo, after shift ko, ayoko makarinig ng kahit isang English word. Ayoko talaga. Pinapakinggan ko nun sa sound trip ko doon, Ray Valera, Ray Pinagila, sa Tagalog, purely Tagalog. Ayoko ng kahit anong English word na salita. Ayoko talaga. Ganun kaumay, grabe. So, stress ko. And ano yun holiday kasi sobrang dami calls. So there, asking the right questions, you need to navigate so that you can properly deduct or use the funneling technique. So hindi lang sa pagtatanong yung funneling technique, also sa pag na-navigate mo. Kasi nag-iimbestiga ka talaga. So ano na nangyari dito? Ano ba yung na-miss ng previous agent? Bakit tumawag ulit? Baka may known issue dun sa area nila na na-miss ng agent. Nung tumawag sila, sabi after 2 hours, okay na yan. Pero meron palang update kasi every